Hi everyone, it's Ian from DIY Home and Gardening, 2nd of April today, and I've had delivery of this, which is some wild garlic, and yeah, I thought I'd do a little video to show you how to plant it in containers. So the last few years there seems to be a big movement for people to go and collect wild garlic, and yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what the leaf looks, but has sort of a fairly ovate leaf to it, so it looks nothing like the normal garlic that you'd grow and harvest in the summer. All parts of it are edible. The leaf in particular is what most people tend to harvest it for making homemade pesto. Unfortunately, again, over the last few years where it's become more popular, people are taking it from the wild, as the name suggests, wild garlic. Yeah, unfortunately, people are going to fairly significant lengths to harvest it from the woodlands where it naturally grows in the UK, and well, basically stripping the woodland floor, which removes all the leaf and also the flowers, which are a great source of early nectar for the bees and such like. So this lot that I got here, well, I didn't go and dig it up. I sourced it from a lady called Louise, Harewood. Let me just, oh, not Harewood, Marwood, sorry. So she's very enthusiastic, loves her wild garlic, and unusually as such, she only sells it on eBay. I will enclose her eBay details, if you like, within the description, but very passionate, very enthusiastic, and she very kindly sent me her sort of how-to type of planting guidelines. She does it as a general thing, so when I bought it from her, she didn't know that actually I kind of do this for a living, but anyway, very enthusiastic, very helpful, and highly recommended. And as I've shown you already a couple of times, looks really good actually. So paid about £5 something for 25 bulbs. So if I turn the camera around, we'll have a little look. Right, so these are the bulbs in question. Been nicely packed, so they're kept nice and moist. Louise is based in Cumbria, so yeah, got perfect weather conditions there for growing it. So this wild garlic, it wants to be kept on the moist side, but with free draining soil. Naturally grows within woodland settings, so yeah, will tolerate periods of dryness. And like I was saying to you before, although it's harvested predominantly for this leaf, you can see there that that's going to have the flowers within, has a white flower to it, and whilst you can't, I can certainly smell the garlic fragrance coming off of this. Again, I guess as we think about the basics, being a woodland plant, also wants a fairly shady position, moisture, free draining soil, and plenty of organic matter, by virtue of the fact that within the woodlands you get a lot of leaf drop. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be planting into this container or tub, and so I've been over the allotment, I've grabbed some of my well rotted compost, brought that back, so then I can incorporate that with some fresh compost to do a nice potting mix. So let's make the mix up, shall we? Right, okay, so I'm going to do a bit of a mixture of some normal compost plus the organic matter. Let me get some gloves on so I can give it a real good mix in. Just pop these out of the way for the time being. So I want it kind of about a 50-50 sort of mixture. I'll just stick that in another container for the time being. So you can see that's got some real good organic mix there, organic content. And this has come by way of a bit of plant matter from the allotment, a bit of guinea pig waste over the course of last year, and a bit of leaf matter, and of course some stable manure. So a nice good organic mix there. And this container here, it's a 30-litre pot, so it's a big old pot, had a tree in it. So I'm just going to do this as a chuck in to start with, and then because I'm a bit short on mixing room, I will then do the same mix again. I'll chuck this bit of moss in as well, because that's a nice organic mixture. Right, the last of that. And again, sort of a bit more compost. So we want this organic matter, not necessarily the twig, we want the organic matter because not only does it provide good nutrients, but it hangs on to that moisture, so even in periods of slight dryness it's going to be really good for the bulbs. So we get this into that container. Right. Okay. Add a little bit more. A good old mix through. Right, plenty of body in there, so filling it up to leave a couple of inches on top, and the reason being is that's going to act as our watering reservoir. And then we've got our wild garlic, so just going to separate it out a little bit. Well, some bits I can, some bits I can't. You can see there's a difference in sizing, which you would expect, as it's, say, not farmed as such. And then for planting out, going to be spacing it at about 3-inch spacing, and planting, so it's just below finishing level, is just below the leaf joints. I say, spoken to Louise about this as well, and so given the fact she's been doing this for a number of years very successfully, it's always good to get sort of an expert's advice. And what I'm going to do once we get all this planted, give it a really good drink, because so these have been in the post for the last 3 days essentially. Let's swap a couple of these. And any that I've got left over, well, I'm actually going to plant at the bottom end of the garden, which is sort of my shady corner, and plant it just next to the magnolia, well, behind the magnolia. Stick that one in, that's a good old one. Right, so that's my spacing all set up, and the rest of this, so I'm going to go and plant in the garden, but for the time being, that's the container done. I'll just give it a good old soak. Right, so just give it a good old drink. Like so. And that little lot well, that's good to go, and they won't need another drink for about another week. So yeah, should be good. And yeah, throughout the summer, yeah, you can allow them to dry a little bit, but ideally, well, I was told to give them a drink once a week, and get to sort of the summer period, give them another feed up, and that should really help them to get going. And the main thing now is to go and put them in a shady spot, so let's go and do that. Right, I've got just the spot, so I'd say down here behind the magnolia, and this is the real shady area. So under here actually is I'll show you, is where I grow the rhubarb. Look at those amazing stems. So the rhubarb goes fantastically well here, and so these, or this, can just sit there, and that's going to be perfect. And that's that. That's the planting of wild garlic into a container. And say the last few bulbs that I've got, well, they're going to go in the ground around here. And it is a nice shady area. You can see the magnolia. Got some snowdrops that are finished going. That is erythronium. The little spikes there, well, they're convolvularia, which is lily of the valley. So yeah, everything shady, all in this corner. Perfect spot for it. If you've got any questions, then please send them over to me. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Obviously, new crop to me, so most of the information I have is what I've gleaned from Louise. If you do like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos I'm doing. More importantly, always say it, but just have fun. Enjoy being in your garden. Enjoy a little bit of experimenting. Just one word before going: please don't take the wild plants from the wild. They're called wild for a reason. So do a bit of homework, go and source your own, and we can all be making wild garlic pesto next year. Bye for now.